Hi, I'm Lila Grant, and you're listening to Deep Dive.
And I am Elise Moreau. Today, we're looking back at January 25th, a day that, really captures the evolution of how we govern ourselves and how we see our future.
We have to start with 1919. This was the day the League of Nations was founded. After the devastation of World War I, this was basically the world's first big attempt to say, okay, let's actually talk instead of fighting.
It was a revolutionary concept for the time, Lila. The League was designed as an international body dedicated to maintaining peace. While we know it eventually struggled to prevent the Second World War, its structure and its failures provided the essential blueprint for what the United Nations is today.
It's wild to think about that idealistic shift happening over a century ago. And speaking of leaders who championed peace, today would have been the birthday of Corazon Aquino. She was the first female president of the Philippines, born back in 1933.
Aquino's story is so compelling from an observational standpoint, Lila. She went from being a soft-spoken widow to leading the 1986 People Power Revolution. Her leadership ended the Marcos dictatorship and restored democracy to her country. It was a masterclass in quiet yet firm moral authority.
The energy she brought to that movement still goes viral when people talk about grassroots change. She's she's an icon. But shifting gears from politics to the arts, January 25th is actually a massive day for poetry and music. We're talking Robert Burns.
Robert Burns, the Bard of Scotland. Born in 1759, his work is so woven into the fabric of human tradition that people all over the world celebrate Burns Night tonight with haggis and poetry readings.
Most people probably don't even realize they're quoting him every New Year's Eve when they sing Auld Lang Syne. He was like the original social influencer for Scottish culture.
That is a very modern way to put it, Lila, but his focus on common humanity and the beauty of the everyday really does resonate across centuries. Much like our next birthday star connects with people on a soul level.
You mean the Queen of Keys herself, Alicia Keys. She was born in 1981, and honestly, she changed the game for R&B and piano-driven pop. I still remember when Fallen first dropped, it was everywhere.
Her debut felt like a return to craft and authenticity, didn't it? As a correspondent for design and aesthetics, I've always admired how she balances that classical training with such a modern, urban sound. She creates music that feels like a well-designed space, both grand and intimate.
Exactly. 15 Grammys later, and she's still such a force in the conversation around digital presence and staying true to yourself.
While we're discussing legacy and looking toward the future, we have to look at 1977. That was the day the world's first solar power plant officially opened in Odeillo, France.
Wait, 1977? I feel like we talk about solar energy as this modern, cutting-edge thing, but they were already on it back in the 70s?
Right, Lila. The Odeillo solar furnace is actually a stunning piece of engineering. It uses an array of thousands of mirrors to concentrate sunlight into a single point, generating incredible heat. It was a pioneering demonstration that we could harness the sun for industrial-scale energy.
It's like the ultimate aesthetic of the future, but 49 years ago, it's crazy how long it takes for these innovations to become mainstream. We're finally seeing that solar dream become a daily reality for millions now.
It shows that the seeds of our current green revolution were planted much earlier than many realize. From international peace treaties in 1919 to renewable energy in 1977, January 25th is really about setting the foundations for what's next.
I love that. Whether it's through music, leadership, or science, it's all about building something that lasts. I'm Lila Grant.
And I'm Elise Moreau. Thank you for joining us. Deep Dive is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. Explore history every day on Neural Newscast.